Hey, hello. Here we are. So, daily reflections, and I've actually read this 3 times this morning. We were up early. Yeah, we meditate at 7 here these days, and read the daily reflections, and then I went to to a meeting, which we call daily reflections, and we read it there, and then I read it to a sponsee later in the day, and now here I am going to share it with you, November 16th. And I was just digging around for something to snack on, and I found this seaweed. Mm-mm-mm. Anyway, it's really good. I don't know how long it's been in there, but anyway, here we go. Daily reflections, baby. And the title of today's daily reflection is A Daily Reprieve. And the reading is from the big book, page 85, I think. It says, what we really have is a daily reprieve, contingent on the maintenance of our spiritual condition. Boom. You know, this is for the addict and the alcoholic, who, when we're not in fit spiritual condition, tend to be very restless, irritable, discontent. We have no defense against the first drink or drug. And as much as we often, wanted to quit, I was a great quitter. I just couldn't somehow stay quit. And how I dealt with things was to drink. But often I would drink when there was no problem, or nothing, wasn't dealing with something. It was Tuesday, and so I had no defense, and I'd have a drink, and then the thing that would happen to me, that probably doesn't happen to you if you're a normal drinker, is that I'd have a drink and it tasted like more, and then all bets were off on when I would stop, where I would end up, because I had a tendency to act out when I drank. So sometimes it was very expensive, not just to my personal health, but to my personal safety and the safety of others. And I was a pain in the ass when I drank. So it was just best for me not to drink. And I couldn't seem to quit on my own, so I found, God somehow, it all came together. My brother found it first, and this program, and where guys who drank like me were able to stay sober. And the way we did it was through this spiritual program, a daily reprieve, And then it goes on to say, maintaining my spiritual condition is like working out every day, like planning for the marathon, swimming laps, jogging. It's staying in good shape spiritually. That requires prayer and meditation. That's just the deal. It's not about going to meetings. I mean, that's important. A meeting's like a prayer in a way. Often for me, I get good meditations at the meeting too. Sometimes I have naps there, but it requires prayer and meditation. The single most important way for me to improve my conscious contact with a higher power is to pray and meditate. Boom. I used to pray. I had a couple of different types of prayers. One I had was 911 prayer. God, get me out of this. I'm in trouble here. Jesus, help me. I had those kind of 911 prayers. And then I had kind of a business prayer. Let's make a deal. You give me this and I'll give you that. And those were my prayers, and usually only when I was in big trouble. So, but this is not what we're talking about now. We're talking about a daily prayer and meditation, even more than daily, all through the day. Thy will be done, thy will be done. Step 11 says we're praying only for the knowledge of God's will for us and the power to carry that out. We're no longer running the show. We've surrendered. It says, I am as powerless over alcohol as I am to turn back the waves of the sea. No human force had the power to overcome my alcoholism. And see, my alcoholism is different than being powerless over alcohol. My alcoholism had came with crazy thinking, came with selfishness and self-centeredness, me trying to run the show, full of fear, were all symptoms of my alcoholism. Quitting drinking was one thing. Living in the discomfort of this being who had, somehow, fucked up thinking was another. And so I had no human force had the power to overcome my alcoholism. Now I am able to breathe the air of joy, happiness, and wisdom. I have the power to love and react to events around me with the eyes of a faith, in things that are not readily apparent. So shit we can't see, but we know. God is everything. My daily reprieve means that no matter how difficult or painful things appear today, and I want you to know, in recovery, I've gone through some shit, and lots of it was, I brought it on myself because I wasn't always well. But sometimes if I drifted away from my relationship, I was able to come back and be able to recognize where I had, it's tricky. Life is a bit tricky, and ego is a tricky foe in a way, trying to direct and run the show. So yes, over the years, there's been times when things have gone sideways, and people die, and businesses come and go, and relationships change, and we get older, and there's all kinds of this is it, life, right? And but because of my relationship with God, as I understand Him, and sometimes don't understand Him, I've been able to go through all that without, burning the bridges and burning the house down. Well, I've come close. Anyway, my daily reprieve means that no matter how difficult or painful things appear today, I can draw on the power of the program, power of God in the program, to stay liberated from my cunning, baffling, and powerful illness. Liberated. Freedom, baby. That's the deal. Liberation, freedom, jailbreak. So, here we are. Life goes on. Love you guys. What have I got to tell you? Not much. Got a bunch of stuff. I'm going to get a whole bunch of it out maybe tomorrow so I can just show you the stuff that I've got that I want to let go of before Christmas. Meditation stools and altars and Buddhist stuff and banners. So I'm going to put it all together. A list of it. I'll take pictures and I'll also do a video. Okay, that's it. Love you lots. Cheers.